I understand and I love your enthusiasm, but it's crucial to carefully evaluate who you work with and for which kind of work. Hello everyone and welcome back to Grande Property Care channel. I'm Lucrezia and today I'm joined by a very special guest, Barbara from your house in Italy. Together we are going to walk you through the entire property buying process here in Italy. So if you are thinking or maybe you are dreaming about buying a home here in Italy, this video is packed with valuable insights to help you on your entire journey. So let's get started. So Barbara, let's start with the first big question. How does the home buying process work here in Italy? We know many people dream of owning a home here in Italy, but the process can seem overwhelming and you know that. So what should international buyers expect when they begin this journey?
Hi Lucrezia, thank you so much for having me. Absolutely, the pre-purchase phase is crucial because it sets the foundation for a smooth transaction. The first step is always understanding the buyer's needs, location, type of property, and budget. Then I guide them through the legal and financial aspects, including obtaining a codice fiscale, the tax code, opening a local bank account, and making sure all documents are in order for the initial offer. It's also important to evaluate properties carefully with local experts like me to avoid surprises later on. Lucrezia, after the purchase, homeowners often face challenges they didn't expect. What are some common post-purchase surprises and how do you help your clients navigate them?
Well, when you're buying a house in Italy, but I can tell you it's very common everywhere, there are issues that don't show up until you get the keys and you get in the house. But sometimes, because of making a good impression, some sellers hesitate to disclose necessary repairs or issues with the property, whether small or significant they are. And this is, of course, particularly common in transactions when the buyer and seller don't speak the same language, and I think you can understand that. So the new owner sometimes might later discover hidden problems that weren't mentioned during the sale or face unexpected taxes and paperwork requirements. But of course, here is the good news. Every challenge has a solution, right? And for example, we speak both languages, English and Italian, so we can easily mediate between all parties and find a fast and concrete solution. In general, we brief our client on every bureaucratic legal problem, but I can tell you every case is unique, and that's what makes, of course, our work so rewarding. We are passionate about helping our buyers and protect their Italian dream in every way possible.
Lucrezia, let's change the topic. One of the biggest concerns for foreign buyers is navigating the legal and bureaucratic aspects. And yes, the Italian bureaucracy can indeed be a nightmare, especially considering the number of checks required both in the pre-purchase and purchase phases. First, there's verifying property ownership and ensuring there are no outstanding debts or legal issues attached to the property. Then, during the purchase phase, you will need to navigate signing the compromesso, also known as the preliminary contract, and then the final rogito deed. This is why working with a notary and a local expert is essential. They ensure everything is legally sound and avoid expected surprises later on. Lucrezia, once the purchase is finalized, there are still legal and administrative hurdles. What services do you provide to ensure everything goes smoothly post-acquisition?
Yeah, so here's what really happens once you buy a house in Italy. By this point, you should already have your Italian tax code and the bank account, of course. But what we mainly do for our clients include these very important things. First, we help you apply for residency or other kind of permissions you need, connecting utilities of the house, and ensure your property registered for essential property taxes like IMU and Tari. I don't know if you know them, but these are mandatory for property owners here in Italy. Then in general, for properties needing some renovation or big renovation, we become your full-time advocates. We handle all the paperwork, but most importantly, we advise you on every procedure, contract, and worker. And in general, we always take time to explain what each process means for long term, which I think it's very important. But of course, if you have questions about any of these things, feel free to drop them in the comments below.
Okay, so now let's dive into a very important and hot topic: common mistakes made during the buying process. From my experience, one common mistake is falling in love with a property without fully understanding the financial and legal implications like taxes, legal fees, and renovation costs, or skipping the proper research on the location. Lucrezia, on the post-purchase side, what mistakes do new homeowners often make once they have acquired the property, and how can they avoid costly errors?
Well, the three biggest mistakes I see property owners make here in Italy, and I've seen it all, I think, are really straightforward. Mistake number one is rushing to hire the first contractor you meet. I understand and I love your enthusiasm, but it's crucial to carefully evaluate who you work with and for which kind of work. Then mistake number two is both getting clearly written contracts. Proper agreement are essential for protecting your investment, and you will see it. And the most critical one, mistake number three, is not having a professional oversight. You need qualified experts supervising the work, not just the contractor himself. So trust me, this will save you by discussion, very bad work, and most importantly, delays that I know you care about it. This also tells us a lot about how important it is to work with local experts both before and after the purchase. But is this the same for you, Barbara?
Of course. Working with a local expert is essential because the Italian property market and legal system can be quite different from what international buyers are used to. I help clients understand local regulations, pricing, and the nuance of the market. For example, I had a client who was interested in a historic home but was unaware that it was subject to certain preservation laws which could have limited renovation possibilities. Thanks to my local knowledge, we were able to address these early on, saving them time, money, and the frustration. This kind of local insight is invaluable for avoiding costly mistakes. Lucrezia, after the purchase, local knowledge is just as important. Could you share a story where your local expertise saved a client time or helped them resolve unexpected issues?
Yes, you wouldn't believe how much money buyers might be wasting just because they don't have a trustful person with them, advising them. For example, last month, we saved one of our clients thousands of euros, which just one very simple observation. It basically received an invoice for construction work with a 22% VAT rate, which is standard and normal in Italy. So most people would simply pay it. But because, of course, we know it better, we knew certain renovation works qualify for a reduced 10% VAT rate. And this 12 difference might not seem like much, but on a large renovation project, we're talking really of many, many euros. And then behind just saving money, we help our clients save valuable time by connecting them with our network of trusted professionals. And this is what a comprehensive project in property management really means: protecting your interests in every way possible.
Cultural differences can often lead to a real cultural shocks for international buyers during the process. Lucrezia, how do you help new homeowners adjust to the Italian lifestyle and avoid post-purchase surprises?
Since our clients can contact us every day, we get lots of questions about Italian lifestyle. And yeah, there is definitely some culture shock at first. It's fascinating to see what surprises them at first, and every question becomes an opportunity to share our culture and bridge the gap between expectations and the beautiful reality of life here. Our goal is to help them understand and hopefully fall in love with our Italian way of life.
Yes, from my experience, one of the biggest culture shock derives from the idea that buying a property in Italy will be as quick as in their home country. In reality, the process here can take more time due to legal checks and bureaucratic steps. Another misconception is that everything will work smoothly without any bumps. Italy has its own rhythm, and I always remind clients that patience is key. As a matter of fact, I manage expectations by being upfront about potential delays and challenges, but I also reassure them that with the right guidance, the end result is worth it. And you, what do you think about it? Are you already buying a home in Italy? What cultural shocks have you experienced? Let us know in the comments. Let's wrap up with the ultimate question. Why Italy? Once people have bought their dream home in Italy, what do they often say about their experience? What keeps them invested in their Italian home over the long term?
What makes Italy truly special? I need to share with you some amazing reels I find on Instagram about that. Italy has it all. It offers something unique that you can find anywhere else. For our homeowners, this is not just about having a holiday property. They're investing in their dream lifestyle. Every aspect from our morning coffee rituals to the evening passeggiata create an experience that is impossible to replicate elsewhere. And well, of course, there are some challenges to overcome, but I can tell you, it has it all. Thank you so much for watching this interview. I hope you found our discussion on the pre and post purchase helpful for you and your dream. And a huge thank to Barbara from Your House in Italy for joining us to talk about what happens for real before you find your dreamy house in Italy. But remember, whether you are in the early stages of your Italian home search or you have just signed the paper, having the right person support is the key. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment here below or reach out to us directly. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips and insights on making your Italian real estate dream come true. Ciao and see you in the next video.